Years after Maximus's death, Rome has changed. The once young Lucius Verus, now in his 20s, is haunted by memories of the arena and the gladiator who saved him. He struggles to find meaning as the empire is ruled by corruption and greed. The ideals Maximus stood for seem lost. Lucius secretly visits the ruins of the Colosseum, where whispers of Maximus's name still echo. A veteran gladiator recognizes him and reminds him of Maximus's legacy of honor and sacrifice. Inspired, Lucius begins questioning his royal lineage and Rome's direction. Emperor Caracalla, a ruthless and paranoid leader, now controls Rome. His rule is marked by fear, betrayal, and unjust executions. Lucius, though technically of noble blood, has no real power under Caracalla's shadow and is forced to play politics. While searching through ancient scrolls, Lucius finds a hidden letter written by Maximus to Marcus Aurelius, expressing hope for a better Rome. This ignites Lucius' desire to revive those forgotten ideals. He begins to secretly gather allies. Lucius seeks out the last remaining loyalist to Marcus Aurelius, General Decimus, now exiled. At first, Decimus refuses to join, broken by Rome's decline. But seeing Lucius's fire, he reluctantly agrees. To help him, Caracalla sends Lucius on a diplomatic mission to Numidia, which is actually a trap. Ambushed in the desert by mercenaries, Lucius barely survives. His small group is captured and sold into slavery, just as Maximus once was. Lucius, now a slave, is forced into gladiator training under a cruel Lannister named Atticus. Stripped of title and comfort, he faces the brutal life of a fighter. Despite his pain, he starts to grow stronger, both physically and mentally. Other gladiators hear rumors of Lucius's royal blood. Some want to protect him, others see him as a threat. One fighter, a veteran named Thrax, becomes his reluctant mentor, reminding him of Maximus in many ways. Lucius enters the arena under a false name. His first fight is brutal, but he survives. His skills and defiance earn the crowd's attention. Whispers of a new Maximus begin to spread in Rome's underground circles. Back in Rome, Caracalla learns of a rising star in the North African arenas. Unaware it's Lucius, he demands this fighter be brought to Rome to entertain him. The emperor senses unrest and wants a distraction. Lucius is brought back to Rome in chains. His arrival is symbolic, a fallen prince returning as a slave. He hides his identity, but is determined to use the arena to spark something greater. Rebellion. Lucius faces deadly matches in the newly restored Colosseum. With each victory, he becomes a symbol to the people. Thrax warns him, fame is dangerous, and Rome eats its heroes. Inside the gladiator cells, Lucius begins uniting fighters under a secret oath. He shares Maximus's story with them, igniting loyalty. Slowly, the foundations of a rebellion form within the arena walls. One of Lucius's closest allies, a young fighter named Marius, is caught sneaking messages. Under torture, he reveals Lucius's true identity. Caracalla is shocked and furious to learn the new gladiator is the boy he once feared. Caracalla orders Lucius' public execution during the Saturnalia Games. He wants to kill him before the people discover his identity. But this plan backfires. Rumors spread rapidly about the true heritage of the mysterious gladiator. As execution day nears, underground supporters begin to rally. Former soldiers loyal to Marcus Aurelius secretly infiltrate the city. The rebellion is no longer just whispers, it is ready to ignite. Caracalla forces Lucius to fight a massive, brutal opponent, an execution disguised as sport. With Thrax mortally wounded trying to protect him, Lucius manages to defeat the beast. The crowd erupts, sensing something historic. Lucius removes his helmet, revealing his identity to the stunned crowd. The silence is followed by deafening cheers. Caracalla storms out, enraged and desperate to silence him forever. The Senate is split. Some view Lucius as a savior, others fear chaos. Civil unrest begins to brew, with riots in the streets and soldiers defecting from Caracalla's command. Caracalla imposes martial law on Rome. Gladiators loyal to Lucius escape the cells and join the rebellion. Decimus returns to the city, leading legions of exiled Roman soldiers. Fighting breaks out across Rome. The Forum burns as loyalists and rebels clash. Lucius, wounded, is rescued by a mysterious priestess who once served Marcus Aurelius, helping him heal. Lucius visits Maximus's secret tomb beneath the old Colosseum. There, he finds the general's broken sword and a pendant belonging to his wife. He promises to finish what Maximus began. Lucius now wears the armor of a Roman general. No longer a slave, he leads the rebellion. His speech before battle echoes Maximus's call for justice, stirring every heart. A massive civil war erupts outside the city gates. Caracalla rides out with his Praetorian Guard, facing Lucius and his mixed army of gladiators, exiles, and citizens. In the chaos of war, Lucius and Caracalla face off. It's a brutal, symbolic duel between tyranny and hope. Caracalla is slain, not with hatred, but with justice. Lucius refuses to kill him dishonorably. With the tyrant dead, Rome falls silent. The people wait to see if Lucius will seize the throne or something else. He walks into the Senate chamber, sword sheathed. Lucius proposes a return to the Republic, dissolving the imperial title. His decision shocks the elites but wins the people's hearts. He refuses to become emperor, choosing freedom over power. At Maximus' tomb, Lucius lights a fire in his honor. He thanks him for the lessons, not just of battle, but of peace. The ashes of empire fade into the hope of rebirth. Under a new council, Rome begins to heal. Gladiators are freed, the Senate restructured, and corruption purged. Statues of Maximus and Lucius are placed side by side. Years later, children play in a free Rome. A teacher tells them the story of Maximus and Lucius, men who fought not for power, but for people. The legacy of the gladiator lives on, not in war, but in peace,